Welcome to the Over Boys, the most dangerous podcast in wrestling, and this is Antonio from No Marks Allowed. And let's get it started. Can you smell what the Bloodline is cooking? Yo, this Cody Rock thing is just going in all kinds of directions, and I don't see how this "Do you smell what the Bloodline is cooking" is gonna work. First of all, a couple of people got to know their role. And you know the flunkies, Jimmy Uso and Solo Sakai, they already know their role. But what about Paul Heyman, the wise man, and Roman Reigns? With The Rock in that, with The Rock, when he has the mic in his hand, everybody in that ring has to shut up. So it is no more wise man. It is no more tribal chief. And who is going to be the tribal chief? Because Roman has the undisputed WWE title, heavyweight title, the universal heavyweight title, whatever it is. Then you have The Rock, who is already saying he don't care about that title because Cody pissed him off, he wants to be in the Bloodline now. And I don't know how this is going to work because that means Roman won't have the voice and The Rock will be doing all the talking. And WrestleMania main event, the odds is severely against Cody. If you got Solo outside the ring, you got Heyman outside of the ring, you got Jimmy that can come out of nowhere at any time, and you know The Rock is going to be sitting ringside, or he's going to have a seat at the commentary table, or be outside of the ring. So it's no hope for Cody to finish his story at WrestleMania. But one thing I say, CM Punk not being able to finish and having Cody win this Royal Rumble messed up all WWE's plans, because I feel like Cody was going to call out Seth. No, I feel like CM Punk was going to call out Seth Rollins, and we was going to have The Rock, win, the main event against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Because they were hyping it too much on First Take. They were hyping it on all the talk shows. But now we got a turn. Now, I would like to see a tune-up match. Well, you got to give us The Rock in a wrestling ring. And I think they should do The Rock and Roman versus Seth Rollins and Cody, a special attraction match at the Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia. If that's going to be in the stadium, that would be crazy. If it's like 60,000 people there, if I'm hearing correctly. But yeah, I mean, this Rock joining the Bloodline, I don't like it. I like the storyline where, The Rock was upset at Cody for, talking bad on his family, so he slapped the shit out of Cody, but still wanted to beat the shit out of Roman to show that he's the head of the table. Now he's joined the Bloodline. I mean, what sense does that make? So I just sold The Rock over reimagined sun-dried tea at the Royal Rumble Superstore outside of Raymond James Stadium. I'll be at the Royal Rumble. I know it's far away at the Tropicana Field where the Rays play, but I'm out here with the merch. Come holler at me.
There we go. Come out here. Get your merch, baby.
Rock over. Now, it's no mystery that I want The Rock, face Roman Reigns at the main event of WrestleMania. And Cody, he won the Royal Rumble, but I like to reiterate, that wasn't the plan for Cody to win 2 years in a row. I think you bring CM Punk, a big box office draw in there, you have him win the Royal Rumble. Because, they pushed the button on Cody as soon as he came to WWE. He actually beat, Seth Rollins 3 times, which is crazy. But you CodySexuals is killing me. First of all, when he left WWE, he had a bum-ass run in TNA that didn't nobody give a fuck about. Then he was the ROH Ring of Honor champion, and no one cared about that. That was lackluster. And Matt and Nick Jackson was too nice to tell Cody that dick riding is not a form of transportation. So he rode the Jacksons' wave, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson's wave, all the way to the Bullet Club, and then they became the Elite. And Cody meat rided them all the way to AEW. Then he put a contract in his clause because he wasn't like that. Like, he wasn't like the dudes that really do this, like Ospreay, Omega, Okada, Hangman. He's not an in-ring guy that we look up to in AEW when it comes to that strong style wrestling. So he's put a stipulation in his contract, if he couldn't beat Chris Jericho, he would never, be able to compete for the AEW title again. And he had a huge run in AEW, but when it was time for him to take a step back because they were pushing Sammy Garver for the TNT title and pushing some of the young talent, his contract was expiring at the same time. So he wanted more money, and Tony Khan felt it wasn't really worth it. So now it's like Cody Rhodes went to the WWE and they pushed the button at WrestleMania. I think it was 38, yeah, in Dallas, Texas. Everybody knew he was going to face Seth Rollins because he ain't have an opponent, but just for they did it right. They did the surprise right because no one knew that Cody was going to premiere at WrestleMania. We didn't know that Cody was signed to WWE, but everybody in the audience figured that it was going to be Cody Rhodes. But then when it was like it's more than one first family in wrestling, something like that. Here we go. The crowd exploded and Cody was on his way. He had some great memories last year, like when he wrestled with the torn pectoral with the bruise on his chest. I give him that. But as far as Cody main eventing The Rock, it's just a bunch of crybabies, a bunch of meat riders or marks that don't touch grass. Like The Rock said, y'all got the chicken McNuggets up your ass. Like, come on, bro. The Rock versus Roman is what we need to see, or we need to see a triple threat, something like that. Or I guess if The Rock feels like he can't get in shape because he has other obligations and he wants to put in a great match in the ring, he'll let Roman and Cody do this WrestleMania, and uh, he'll just be involved some kind of way, like he'll be in Roman's corner. But then you always gonna have the needle dick shoot riders, the needle dick sheets, and the needle dick fans that's always gonna want to guess what's gonna happen before it happened. And that's the bad thing about wrestling. It's like, oh, now they're trying to figure out what happens before it really happened. It's about the storyline and the buildup and not about the in-ring product. It's like a male soap opera. Like Jordan Grace was right. Jim Cornette ain't like it, but she is right. Wrestling is performance art right now. So you already got people thinking, oh, The Rock is going to get jealous of Roman and he's going to cost Roman the Universal title against Cody. And then The Rock and Roman can wrestle and it won't mean anything. So The Rock can go over Roman. Or Roman is going to win at WrestleMania to break Hulk Hogan's record and Cody's going to finish the story. It just makes me lose interest in wrestling, and a lot of other fans lose interest in wrestling because there's no secretivity to it. It's all about what's going to happen next, and that's why wrestling as a whole is on the downslide. I mean, they're getting kicked off of Fox, getting kicked off of USA now. Raw has a paywall, but I feel like Cody is just not on the level as a Ospreay or a Omega or Okada. Hangman Adam Page. Like Seth isn't either. Like they got some good in-ring wrestlers, but I feel like WWE, you really don't have to be that great in-ring work rate guy to have the top title in WWE. You just don't. Look at Roman Reigns. He's average at best, but they build him up with the statues, with the bloodline, Historia, and they always have people cheat for him to win that extended streak. So now you make a guy larger than ever. And one thing I like to say, soon as Roman you lose that Universal heavyweight title, all you meat riders is not gonna be wearing Roman merch again. Yeah, his merch is gonna go down significantly. Like people they gonna throw their Roman Reigns shirts away because everybody a front runner. I was in the Royal Rumble live, Tampa Bay, floor seats. Like I was sitting right behind Nick Khan. And you could see people booing Roman Reigns, but after you win, everybody put their fingers up. Like this is a bandwagon society for real. But yeah, you CodySexuals is killing me, man. Y'all are the worst. Cody Rhodes is the in-season tournament. Cody Rhodes is the 8th playoff spot they put in the NFL because teams couldn't get in the regular way. They just wasn't good enough. Cody Rhodes is the play-in tournament. Well, you got to give somebody an extra chance that usually won't get there. You know what I mean? It's like insurance for mediocrity. That's what Cody Rhodes is. And a lot of fans in the crowd are mediocre. They live mediocre lifestyles. They don't got a life outside wrestling, so they want Cody Rhodes to win because he doesn't represent excellence. So if you're an average person that don't represent excellence and represent mediocrity, you want a mediocre champion, which is Cody Rhodes at best. So why most people think this is a bad time for AEW, this is a good time for AEW to actually strike back. Because when you look at what's going on in WWE, it's really a popularity contest. It's really more bark than bite. Like, you got these dope promos and loud crowd reactions with The Rock, going back and forth with Cody Rhodes, CM Punk doing promos with Seth Rollins, and it makes it look like WWE is on fire. Well, in the popularity contest realm, they are, but now the in-ring work is really mediocre at best. The Royal Rumble was really trash, but with Cody winning and putting a monkey wrench in the Rock thing going on, and with Cody saying he chooses the Rock, you know, he chooses Roman, it just exploded with more popularity, because now The Rock is on the mic, dissing the fans, calling them crybabies. He's on one of the most popular sports podcasters in the world, shitting on the fans, Pat McAfee's show. But when you watch the actual matches, the matches are barely good. They're not like the in-ring technicality, the strong style wrestling that New Japan, AEW, and Ring of Honor have to offer. So if WWE keeps having these mediocre in-ring matches, because The Rock, a lot of people saying the Rock is too old. He hasn't been in the ring for so long. Cody Rhodes is an average worker at best. He just has all the bells and whistles with him. The music, the injected crowd noise. Roman Reigns is mediocre, like I said in the last segment. So WWE is more bark than bite. You know what I mean? Like, I sat there and sitting next to Nick Gunn, it wasn't nothing in the ring that excited me. It was all gossip and hype. That's what WWE is right now. If AEW can stop the bullshit, which I see they don't, because they got the EVP's angle with Matt and Nick. They're wearing the bloody suit all the time. What is your wrestling like, AEW? Because I fell asleep on Raw. Like against Top Flight and Young Bucks, I fell asleep on it because I'm so sick of WWE Light. All these promotions is trying to be WWE Light. I might need to go back to GCW or watch MLW to just have something that feels like a real sports feel like AEW was before. But if AEW can get back to that, you know, alternative feel and say we're going to be more sports-like and don't worry about matching popularity with The Rock by putting Chris Jericho's old ass in the ring with young people and putting Jeff Hardy's drunk ass in with old people, I feel like if they can infuse some new blood like Mance Warner, Okada, Sasha Banks, um, Charles Mason. It's some good guys in the indies. Like, even if you bring Nick Nemeth, bring him, but also bring Matt Cadonia, but still bring the indie guys like Mance Warner, Charles Mason. Then you got the big star in Okada, because y'all really screwed, you know, y'all really screwed over what's his name? Jay White. Jay White is not even must see TV no more. Y'all doing jokey joke shit with him, talking about the Bang Bang Scissors gang. Y'all completely fumbled the ball with Bullet Club and Jay White. I don't even care for Jay White. Jay White used to be must see TV with his wrestling ability. Now we overlook that because it's on some jokey shit. So that's why the WWE is better than AEW right now. But AEW can bring real fans back if they get back to wrestling. Just give up the popularity contest. Just get back to professional wrestling, AEW. At the Royal Rumble, Waller at Son at the Royal Rumble, cop the Travis Scott, Cactus Jack T. Show him the back. Show him the back of the shirt. Appreciate the love. Enjoy the Royal Rumble. Another one sold outside the Royal Rumble. Cody repeated. I know a lot of CM Punk fans are feeling salty, but I was mad. I don't like Cody Rhodes, but check out the Cactus Jacks Utopia Tag Team Champion T. Let me see the. Let him show him the back.
Let's see.
$50 on NoMarksAllowed.com.
You heard it.
Now here are my bold predictions for AEW Big Business. Now, Tony Khan announced Big Business, which is happening a few weeks or around 2 weeks after, or probably like 10 days after Revolution. And I got some bold predictions because it's in Boston. And you know who's in Boston or who's from Boston? Mercedes Veronado, formerly known or better known as Sasha Banks. I still have no problem calling her Mercedes. I wish WWE let her be Sasha Banks. Let her do her. But yeah. Also, so here's my bold predictions. I predict Sasha Banks, Mercedes Veronado will be making her debut at AEW Big Business. Another bold prediction I have is Okada will debut at AEW Big Business. They said that he's signed already or close to signing, you know, to AEW, and this proves that WrestleMania isn't as important as it is to some top talent in the world if you pay them a lot of money. And wrestling is not like the NFL. You can be the best wrestler in the world and still might not get signed. If you're a best player in real sports like basketball, NBA, MLB, you're going to get signed. It's no shortage of teams. Just like 32 teams in each league, where it's only 3 or 4 wrestling promotions that can pay you anything. And the top 2 are WWE and AEW. So no matter how good you are, you might just not get signed. And when you do get signed, you might make less than 6 figures if you in AEW. I heard WWE is paying a minimum of $250,000, but I don't think AEW is paying guys $250,000. They probably giving people $75,000 to $100,000 at best. Probably some of the top guys get millions, like Sammy, Jericho, the Bucks, Hangman, you know, people like that. Samoa Joe, top free agents. I know John Moxley was getting more than Roman. He was getting like 6. Roman was getting like 5 million. But yeah, I feel like Okada probably come in and get a good 2 or 3 from Tony Khan because the fan base already love his series with Kenny Omega. Then you got Sasha Banks coming in. They need some they need an ejection of energy from the women's division because no one's talking about it. I don't know when Britt Baker is going to get back into it, but Britt Baker always said that she wanted to wrestle Sasha Banks, so maybe Britt Baker can make her return at AEW Big Business against Sasha Banks. And also, my other bold prediction for AEW Big Business that Tony Khan reaches a contract extension with MJF because MJF does not want to go out like that, how he went out with the injury and getting beat down and betrayed by Adam Cole. So that's my bold predictions for AEW Big Business. Now, if none of that shit happened and it's just a regular Dynamite, I'll be highly upset. So I hope the Sheets, because AEW got a good relationship with Meltzer and the Sheets where people don't give up these surprises like that. So, you know what I mean? But I feel like WWE, they're so hung up on ratings because they're getting kicked off networks here and there that I feel like they blurt out their secrets. Oh, The Rock is coming to Raw. Oh, we're signing Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes will be making his debut on Raw tonight so people can watch it. But AEW, they like to keep stuff secret. So those are more bold predictions for AEW Big Business. Just sold an Over the Bloodline tee. I'm at the Tampa Bay Raymond James Stadium with the merch. WWE Superstore. Way harder than the shit they got at the Superstore.
Definitely.
Holla at me. I'll be at the Royal Rumble too.